Hey guys, this is Marbury Cheese. Welcome back, and I just uh, did a lot of Killer Love, and this is next part. I think this is about almost towards the end of Killer Love. I don't know if I'm going to finish the whole game today, but I'll do as much as I can because what happened is that there's actually a lot to there was a lot of dialogue to this game, so I think by the time I post this part out, I think there has been a lot of other sections before that as well. So so far, Kill Love, what happened? A lot of things happened. Things started turning the other way around. Grace left us, and Anna, this other girl who claims to be our childhood friend, is now living with us. And a lot of things escalated suddenly, all in a jiffy, just like life, in all a jiffy. So, what will happen next? I don't really remember, but I do remember that things don't get better. That's all I remember. But yeah, I'm excited to see how it goes. So let's continue on from where we were. So basically, at this part, we were Anna took us out to a mysterious place. We don't know what place it is. She says it's a surprise, and she was carrying a black garbage bag. So let's see. Our destination, I saw 5 minutes later, was an empty street. A whole street, blocks and blocks of it, completely abandoned. The pavement was cracked. The buildings that still stood were hollow, and everything was overgrown with weeds. It was more jungle than a city street. It was ugly. I hated to even look at it. Isn't it so beautiful? Yeah. I'll show you the best spot here. It's my favorite. But it'll be our secret, okay? We can't tell anyone else. Okay? We passed through a tunnel-like opening set in a tall, wide building. Beyond it was a field of brown-yellow grass. It came up to my chest. Surrounding the grass were the sides of a large apartment building. This used to be its courtyard. The building was mottled, ugly gray. It had most likely been a prettier color before it was burned down. It had so many windows, none of which had glass in them. They gaped down at us, empty and dark. Anna's spot was a square patch of concrete in the middle of the overgrown courtyard. Once there, Anna handed me something from the plastic bag. It was a small gas canister and a box of matches. Then she emptied the rest of the bag out on the concrete. When I saw the contents, my chest tightened and started to hurt. Anna, this is... On the ground were a few post-it notes, a pair of shoes, but mostly clothes. I'd seen them before. They had belonged to someone I knew. Who? Someone I had known an eternity ago, too long ago to remember. But I knew these things were important. You know what this is? Yes. I shouldn't? It's fine if you still recognize them. Completely fine. You're not mad? I'm not mad. Give me that. Anna grabbed the gas canister from my hands. She poured the gas onto the clothes and shoes and post-it notes down to the last drop. Then she tossed the canister aside and stepped away. The canister made a teeny empty sound as it hit the concrete. Tunk, tunk. After that, there was silence. Anna? Should I? What do you think you should do? Are you really not mad? Do what you think you need to do, Jack. And do it quick. It's growing dark and I didn't bring a flashlight, So I did what I thought I needed to do. I lit a match. It took me 3 tries to get it right because of my clumsy fingers. Cradling the little fire with my hands, I brought it over her things. They were wet and stank of gasoline. I held the lit match above them. Why are you hesitating? Don't you want to do this? I don't know. I needed to do what Anna wanted me to do, but the thought of doing it made me want to lie down and cry. I couldn't explain why those things were so dear to me. They just were. The flame had almost reached my fingers. Anna, I don't think... Do it. I dropped the match. The little fire touched gasoline and bloomed. The sudden heat made me step back. Those things, those shoes, and clothes and little yellow notes were already crackling and turning into charcoal. Anna stood by me. I waited for her to scold me, but she didn't. She put her hand in mine, our fingers interlocked. You did well. I did? Yes. When it came down to it, you did what you should. I'm proud of you. You did what you could, I think that's what I should, yeah. A warmth filled my chest. My worry for the scattered pieces of nothing on the ground faded away. I was with the love of my life, and she loved me and was proud of me. How could I care about some... I couldn't even remember what it had been anymore. Old clothes? Whatever. Anna giggled. It made me so glad to see Anna happy. I pulled her closer. After a good minute of laughing, she sighed and looked up at me. Wasn't that fun? Yep. The things on the ground had already gone out. They were black and unrecognizable. Let's go back home. Okay, Anna. You're so happy, aren't you? And why wouldn't you be? I'm happy too. The happiest I've ever been. Me too, the happiest I've ever been. Really? Yep. Thank you, Jack. That means the world to me. We went away hand in hand. But before we walked out into the grass again, I looked back one last time at the things I had burned. Something moved at the edge of my vision, up in one of the glassless windows. I looked again, but it was gone. This place is dangerous. Huh? Are there people here? Ah! You know what? There just might be. Bad people. We should get home as soon as we can. Yes, home, where it's safe. That little... I hope she had a good look at us, burning all that trash of hers. At Jack burning it. Gosh, I'm so proud of him, it hurts. I can't believe I miscalculated though. I thought Grace was gone for good. But then there she was in our hallway, asking where Jack was and what I had done with him. And this while Jack was right on the other side of the door. Can you imagine what would have happened if I wasn't there? She would have knocked on the door or rung the doorbell. And she would have probably called out too. It would have scared Jack so badly. I can't bear to think about it. Thankfully, I wasn't wrong about everything to do with her. She hasn't called the police. I knew she wouldn't. I just didn't think she'd come back at all. She was still as scared as a little lamb. Her hands shook while she demanded I tell her what happened to Jack. He can't be in there, can he? She stepped forward, and when I put myself between the door and her, she backed off again. I wonder how she didn't pee herself. She was so scared. Jack doesn't want to see you. What are you doing to him? No one's seen him since I went away. It's like he's disappeared. He's been here the whole time? Gosh, what are you doing to him? Be quiet. She was making so much noise. I put a hand on her shoulder. I had to see if she had the guts to slap it away. She just stood there. Jack is perfectly fine. He's happy, and he doesn't want to see you again. I know he probably hates me now, but at least let me see him. I have to at least see him again. So annoying. Loneliness has made her desperate, unpleasant. That's what being by herself does. Look at dear Jack. We've only been together again for a short while, and he's already such a sweetheart, and he was so prickly before. If you see him now, he'll tell you he hates you. Do you really want that? No, I don't want that, but then go away. It's as simple as that. Don't you think? Even someone like you should understand. What? Why are you so... I thought we were... She swallowed hard. I have to see him. Anna. Please. Huh. Being alone made you into a real beehive, you know that? What? Or did it? Were you lonely after all? It really makes me wonder. With how little money you took with you, I was sure you'd be living on the streets. But you're clean. You don't smell more than usual. I'm living with a friend. What does it matter? That's a lie. You don't have any friends. Grace gritted her teeth and glared at me. She wanted to run away in shame. She's so simple, so obvious. But she couldn't leave with Jack so close. So, where are you staying? Whose cock-a-doodle-doo are you? Marshmallow for rent. I'm not. Is it that wrinkly old man you worked with? It's nothing like that. I am living with Don, but I'm not. Oh, aren't you? Then how are you paying back his hospitality? You don't have any money. You quit your job too. I checked. I'm not paying back anything. Don't be shy. Oh, screw you. Move. How violent. It's a good thing I separated her and Jack when I did. Any more of this girl's influence and who knows what could have happened. She tried to shove past me, but I had a little surprise in my pocket. Anna, that's... Yep. So don't you dare touch me again. I might do something bad. I pressed the knife against the side of her neck. It drew blood. I couldn't help myself, but it wasn't a lot. I'm not going to kill someone out in the open like that. I'm not stupid. Grace stood petrified. You can't do this. You'll call the cops. No, you won't. They won't believe you. They never do. Right? She didn't lash out for once. She must have finally realized how useless it was to try. So she shuffled away. I waved her off. It's only polite. She didn't even look back. But then she kept following me around even after that. What a stalker. So I had Jack burn her things. I know she was watching. It was beautiful. Now she'll back off for good. I'm back. Welcome back. Hey, easy. You'll trip. The moment she touched me, those long hours of waiting were painted over by warmth. It made me so happy. Something smells good. Is it dinner? Yes. Oh, you remembered. I'm so glad. I'd made a casserole. Anna set the table and I served it. Mmm, that was really tasty, Jack. Thank you. I wasn't happy with the meal. It was tasteless, and the meat was tough, but Anna said she liked it. She was so kind. I wish I could help more. What do you mean? With money, I guess. I was being serious, but she laughed. That made me feel a bit stupid. Oh, Jack, money's no problem at all. I told you already I've got a lot saved up, and the rent here is nothing. Oh, okay. Anna hummed contentedly. A minute later she stopped. There's something you can do, actually. Really? Yes, really. But I'm not sure if you'd be up to it. Anything. I'll do anything for you. Okay then. What is it? How can I help? Wait until before bedtime, okay? I nodded. When I heard what she wanted me to do, I didn't take it well. I was angry, furious. I felt betrayed. You want me to? Yes, I do. But no. You said I never have to remember anything. You promised. I got up from the bed and started pacing from wall to wall, never looking at Anna. What she'd said hurt. How could you lie like that? Oh, baby. Please don't hate me. I was shivering with anger. I thought I might faint, but I didn't hate her. I couldn't. So I stopped walking and faced her. I know I said what I said, but this is important. Don't you believe me? There was only one thing I could say. Yeah, I believe you. Thank you, Jack. I love you. I love you too. And I'm sorry. Don't say you're... Hearing Anna say she was sorry for some reason was like a punch in the gut. It tugged at my memory. She always said... I know. That's not what I'm telling you to remember. You must never remember that woman. Forget all you have left of her. Then, what I want you to recall goes much, much further back. It won't be easy, but when you do, when you remember, our love will be the deepest it's ever been. Don't you want that? I do. I love you. I want that. I want to love you even more. Tell me what I should remember. Anna embraced me with happy tears in her eyes. But she wouldn't tell me what I needed to remember. She said it would be pointless if she told me. I had to remember it all by myself. Anna ordered me to sit down in front of the alarm clock every day for at least an hour. I was to do this while she was at work. I was to have my eyes closed. I was to try digging back in my memories, far, far back. I did as ordered, but the first time I tried, the very next day, it was all so foggy in my mind I couldn't even start. Thinking felt slow. It was like walking through molasses. I only made myself tired. Before I fell asleep, sitting up, one last thought came to me. Was thinking always so hard? The second time, too, I gave up right away. I couldn't do it. But I had promised Anna. The next day I tried harder. My head hurt, and I felt like I was groping in the dark, scared and all alone. But I did it. I had promised Anna. I waded further in. A flash of smile made my chest hurt, but I kept going, for love. Huh? Which one did I love? Which one did I hate? Things didn't used to be like this, did they? This feels wrong. Something went terribly wrong. I need to make sense of it. Days later, while going back in my memory, I reached a wall, a dam. I felt like I shouldn't try to climb over it, so I didn't. There were things out there I didn't want to see, so I went back to the puddle I've been searching through. It was a stew of love and fear and hate, given and taken seemingly at random. It was a mess, but it was a mess in my head. I would make it make sense. Jack! Yes, Anna? Chapter 6 changed. I'm going to work. Aren't you going to say bye? Oh, bye, Anna. And a goodbye kiss? We kissed. Anna placed a hand on my forehead. Are you okay? You might have a fever. I can give you something for that. I smiled. I'm okay. It's just... What is it? Trouble? You can tell me anything. Do you know that sandwich shop? Which one? Next to the store? I nodded. You want a sandwich from there? Yeah, if that's okay. Well, there is always a huge line there. Please, Anna? It would mean a lot to me. Oh, how can I resist? Of course, darling. I'll get you anything. What kind of sandwich do you want? Anything you pick. Huh. I'll get you something light. You're not getting much exercise. I don't want you to get fat. Is that alright? Yep. Great. And don't forget your remembering session. You've been doing those, right? Yeah. And? I frowned and shook my head. Nothing yet? Oh well, it's not even been 2 weeks yet. You'll get there soon. I'm sure you will. Yeah, I will. Anna pinched my cheek, kissed me again, and left. Anna went and threw up in the toilet. Oh gosh. I brushed my teeth and washed my mouth 3 times over. I can't. I can't go on like this. I couldn't keep living here. I waited 10 minutes until I was sure Anna was gone. Then I pulled back the heavy curtains. Down on the street there was a single person looking sad and abandoned. I waved at her. She looked up, nodded, and walked into the building. Hi, Jack. I was so happy to see her I wanted to cry. Oh, Grace. We started seeing each other in secret 5 days ago. I knew how long exactly. I had started counting the days again. That big cloud of confusion in my brain was gone. I wasn't Anna's dog anymore. It was Anna's own fault. What else could she expect having me dig around my past like that? But it was scary how close I'd come to letting go. If things were a bit different, I might have kept on being a half-mute idiot forever. I never would have left Grace inside. When I first heard Grace's voice again, I thought I'd finally snapped. I thought I was hallucinating. But I opened the door and there she was. Grace? I'm so happy to see you. I thought. After a message, I thought I'd never. Don't say that. Don't say anything. Just for a minute. We put our arms around each other. We'd only been apart for a few weeks, but so many things had happened that it felt like years. I knew it, and you don't hate me. I didn't know what she was talking about, and I didn't really care. Only one thing mattered right now. Let's go. Let's get out of here. I've been working up the courage to leave ever since I'd become myself again. As stupid as it seemed, I was afraid of going outside. But with Grace here, I could do anything. We can't. Huh? You're not going to leave here. Not yet. Why not? Do you have any idea what it's like for me in here? I can't imagine, Jack. And I'm so sorry I didn't believe you. You knew how dangerous Anna was right from the start. That's all the more reason to get the hell away. I told you not yet. This isn't something we can run away from. I so wish we could just pack up and leave, but Anna is going to follow us wherever we go. Gosh darn it! I stomped on the ground like an angry child. Grace was right. Anna had followed me here. If we left now, she'd do it again. We have to report her to the... No, Jack. No, please. They'd trust her first. They'd trust her first 1,000,000 times over. I was wondering why they would, actually. Why would they? Honestly, I feel like this can be reported. Interesting. I guess they would. Besides, I wasn't even sure if she'd done anything actually illegal. But what then? What do we do? I don't know. Why is this happening to us? Even as we talked, we kept our ears to the hallway. Though we both knew Anna was at work, the slightest echo of a footstep was enough to make us jump. Why can't she just leave us alone? What does she even want from you? I think I might have a clue. I told Grace about how Anna was trying to make me remember stuff from years ago. But it was so long ago. Anything could have made her obsessed with me. Jack, what? I'm sorry to say this. I know you always hated it when it did. What is it? I had a good feeling what she'd say. I didn't like it. You really do have to remember. I pinched the bridge of my nose. There was a big headache coming on right behind the eyes. I know. We can't win against her like this. Not when she knows so much more than we do. I know, alright? Do you think you can do it? I don't want to do it, but I think I can. I've never tried. Not seriously, not since those first few days. Good. Please do try. And thank you for not giving in, Jack. I know it must be hard. Do you need anything from outside? I can sneak something in. I don't have a lot, but... No, I don't need anything. Anna keeps me well fed. I put as much contempt as I could into those words. Are you doing alright though? You don't have any money, do you? I think Anna's got some stashed around here. Grace refused. We can't risk her noticing. And besides, I'm doing okay. I'm staying with a friend. They're a big help. Oh, alright then. So she landed on her feet. It made me happy to hear that. I'll be going now, Jack. What, already? Anna won't be home for hours. She's not supposed to. We've got to be careful. And being here at all is making me so nervous I could die. You're right. Besides, we'll have plenty of time to spend together once this is over. Yeah, just us two. We looked at each other lovingly. Then a door slammed shut somewhere in the building. I really need to go. Bye, Jack. Bye, Grace. I love you. I wondered if it was still okay for me to tell Grace I loved her, but the words went and said themselves. Grace stood on her tiptoes to kiss me on the cheek. I love you too. Locking the door after her was one of the most difficult things I have ever done. But seeing her had given me the courage I needed, I felt I could do anything. And now here we were 5 days later, 2 secret meetings later. I couldn't go on. Grace, I'm sorry. You can't stay here anymore? I really can't. I'm at my limit. No, I'm way past my limit. I'm surprised I've still got it together. Oh, baby, I'm sorry. Have you made any progress? It was an echo of Anna's constant questioning. But Grace wasn't doing it on purpose, I told myself. I kept my anger in check. Sorry, what was the previous line? Made any progress? A constant echo of Anna's questioning. No, nothing. I can't remember anything from the time. It's like one big blind spot. I can't do it. It's hopeless. If you say it's really hopeless, then I guess it's no use at all. Sorry, half of my face is gone. That's better. I was like, where's my face? You said the same thing last time too, but I still made you try. It's my fault you're in so much pain. It's not your fault. It's hers. He heaved a sigh. I need to pack a few things. Wait here, I'll be ready in 5. That's a no again. What? You can't mean... I want you to stay here, Jack. There's no way I can. Just a little bit more, I promise. She came up to me and felt my upper arms. You're so thin now. But you could still hold her down, right? A chill went over me. What do you mean? Aren't we running away? We can't run away. She'll find us again, and then what? I can't live like that, always afraid. I'm sure you can't either. So you're going to... She couldn't mean... Grace whispered a yes. No! It's wrong, plain wrong. Yeah, it is. But what else is there to do? She's backed us into a corner. It's practically self-defense. I guess if you look at it that way. No, absolutely not. My head pounded at the temples. I'm so happy you agree. I so wish we could do it today, but I need to prepare. Can you stand being here until tomorrow evening? Yeah. Perfect, thank you. Tomorrow, Anna has a morning shift, and she'll be back by early afternoon. Let's go for 6 o'clock. Okay? Okay, 6 o'clock. Please have her immobilized by then. Immobilized? How? I was already swept up in this plan. I didn't think twice about what Grace said anymore. The more immobilized, the better. If you just sat on her, that'd be alright, I guess, but tying her down would be a great help. And if you could knock her out, that would be amazing. I'll see what I can do. This is when both sides are both crazy. Thank you. I'll be outside in the hallway. When she's all tied up or passed out or whatever, shout out so I know it's safe, okay? Alright. And then, what will you do? To answer, Grace took a small knife out of her pocket. Whoa, she's using the same tactic that Anna did. She turned it in her hand a few times. Only then did I realize the full weight of what she would do. And only then did I realize how she didn't seem bothered by it. Grace, what happened? What do you mean? This isn't like you? The Grace I know. I hesitated. What did Anna do to you? Grace's good mood seemed to evaporate. She pressed her face against my cheek. She did a lot. I felt like I was dirt. And I promised myself that would never happen again. The knife was still in her hand. It looked so sharp. She took you from me too. That's the one thing I really can't forgive. Imagine how happy it would be if she never existed. I put my arms around her. I get it. Then let me do it. Give me the knife. I don't want you to see you do this. Maybe I'll be able to work something out, I thought. Maybe it won't have to lead to bloodshed. I hated the sight of blood. I'm sorry, Jack. This is something I have to do. No, it's not just that. The truth is, I want to do it myself. It's like nothing will ever feel right again if I don't do it. Grace put a hand on my chin. I leaned in closer, but she stopped me before we kissed. I love you, Jack. I love you too. Her skin felt hot. She was giving off heat like a furnace. Are you scared? Yeah. Please don't be. One day we'll look back on this and laugh. Whoa. Now I don't know who's worse, her or Anna. I wake up with a bitter taste in my mouth. One day we'll look back and laugh. I'm sure as hell not laughing now. That's a good thought to have. What the? Oh, it's you. Don't sneak up on me like that. Marshmallow. You should laugh as much as you can, you know. It helps reduce stress. It's hard to find things funny with you around. Do you have to come here so often? I see more than enough of you in my dreams. That long, shameful month I spent with her keeps coming to me while I sleep. It's souring my mood. I can't even pretend around Anna anymore. Maybe I should write about it in the journal after all. No, screw that. It'd be embarrassing to write down. Jack! That's so sweet. Huh? What is? So you dream about me. I have dreams about you too, every night. Yeah, but mine are nightmares. Looks like someone's cranky from having just woken up. You better not be so rude to your doctor, though. He's not as nice as I am. He might not kick you out if you misbehave. I've seen him do that. That's fine. I might be happier on the street. The doctor comes along soon enough. He has good news for me, he says. It's looking good, Mr. Friday. Far better than before. Your blood pressure's fine, and the other things too. That's great news, doctor. My attention is split between what he's saying and what I see in his coat pocket. It's glinting. Is it a pen? No, it's not a pen. It's something else. My heart beats faster. Thankfully, I still remember to ask an important question. Alright, I'm gonna stop here and continue on in the next